Uh, Jay LaRock here. Can you see me, like, with all this stuff around here? I bet you're wondering, like, what's all this all about? Why am I surrounded by all these play sets? Well, I'm gonna answer that. It's the rabbit hole of collecting. So when I first got into collecting, it was during COVID, and I was collecting miniature arcades. Let me show you little miniature arcades like this, and you can see some in behind me, maybe, with all this stuff covering me. And I was always into gaming. I was a retro gamer, obsolete gamer website. I loved it, and I thought the mini arcades were just sweet. They were awesome. And then I started collecting G.I. Joe Classified, which you can see like right behind me. And that was fun too. And then I just realized that with everything that was going on, how I was feeling inside, it just made me feel good to collect this stuff. I thought about, growing up in the 80s and 90s and having Transformers and G.I. Joes, so I started getting some Transformers. And the next thing you know, I was like, man, I want to do pictures. I started seeing other collectors and videos, and I want to do that. And it's like, I made rules. And if you saw the video where I talked about collecting rules, that's why I came up with the percent off collector. Because for me, it's about enjoying what I'm collecting, but it's also about getting a bargain. Luckily, I am privileged enough to at least get a good amount of stuff that if I wanted to, I could go out and just buy something at any time within reason. But that's not how I grew up. My mom was always one to go for those bargains, and that was instilled into me. So for me, it's not just about finding the item at any price. It's about finding something that is cool, it makes me happy, and is a good bargain. Now, all collectors have to discover what is their thing, what's going to drive them. But budget and money almost always comes into play. Now, even with those conditions, you can still fall down the rabbit hole, as you can see here. Now, part of this is because I also collect toys to donate. If you've seen our Amazon wish list, our call to action figure, we donate and collect toys from the Amazon wish list to donate. I also like collecting, cleaning, restoring toys, and then donate it to our local charities and thrift stores that accept, open toys. So that's what this came from. So before I try and make it sound like this is some woe story of overspending, no, actually, pretty much everything you see here was either free or very cheap. And I just want to collect it. But it still does technically count as a rabbit hole, because I originally just wanted to do mini arcades, G.I. Joe Classified, maybe a few Transformers. Next thing you know, I'm hunting down all types of Transformers. And then, as you'll see lately, I just started a Women of Action figure line. So as you can see, it grows. But even though it is going down the rabbit hole, one of the things that I always try to keep on is going for those bargains, going for those values. But even that can lead you astray. If nothing else, it's just because of space. Because as you can see, if someone contacts me and they're like, hey, I got these items, I want to go get them. Whether it's free, couple of dollars. I mean, honestly, if it's under 10 and it just looks partly interesting, it's cool. I mean, look, you want to see some more? I mean, I am getting to the point where I'm collecting like figures, because I love taking pictures of figures. I love doing the thrift store runs. I love doing the runs to the flea market. And, for instance, I just went over to Value Village, and they have these bags there, and I love finding the combination of a good number of action figures to match the price. So that as well. Now, it's all well and good, especially for those of you who like this kind of stuff, because it's like, hey, if I have more toys I can show off, more videos I can make, that's awesome. Especially if I can get people that, watch the channel, I can get more donations out to the kids. It's win-win. But the fact that I'm surrounded, and if you look back there, that orange thing, that's a Hot Wheels playset. Here, look, I'll even put this down, because I mean, I think at this point you guys kind of get the point. But look, I mean, even behind me, I have that Hot Wheels. And that's the thing. No matter what, it is easy to go down the rabbit hole, even if you're not spending a lot. Now, as I said, overall, very little money being spent. I've been able to find people who have, pretty much given away toys. The other day I got like 6 or 7 Spawn figures for like $5. It was incredible. But even that can be addicting. So I think that especially for those of you who are even more budget constrained than I, sometimes chasing after a great deal can be just as bad as someone who is just buying everything, even if they have the money to do so. So I think it's always important to keep perspective. If you know that whatever you're purchasing really does bring you joy and you're able to pay your bills, save money, do all that other things, then maybe it's not so bad. You can joke about it with your friends, how your room starts to look like the back of a Toys R Us on clearance day. But it is always important to keep track of where you're wanting to go and not go off in too many directions. And at some point you may have to say, hey, listen, I gotta pump these brakes because that rabbit hole is going far too deep. I'm not there yet. I'm still having fun going after these awesome things. I mean, I picked this up not long ago for free. I mean, someone just basically was just going to throw it out, and I cleaned it up. It looks really cool. And I plan to take pictures and do videos and all that for all of you to see. Hopefully you guys like it. You subscribe, all that. That'd be great. Either way, the point is it does bring me joy. And the bargain hunting part, at least for now, has kept me pretty well. Especially since I've kind of given up on eating out a lot, which has also helped the weight. You can see your boy dropping some weight here. It's going to be good. But that's why I want to talk to you today about being careful about going down the rabbit hole, even when you're hunting for the best bargains. Because at some point, it's not even just about money. I could get unlimited free items. I could get $2-3 bags from the thrift store over and over and over, but I'm gonna run out of room. And yeah, I know that I like to pretend like I could spread it all over the house, but really no, I'm keeping it contained to this room. So, do you go down the rabbit hole? What is stopping you from buying everything? Do you have like a strict, I'm going to only collect this line, these characters? Is it a budgetary limit? I'm kind of curious because honestly, I've not been doing this long. As I said, it's really not even really COVID, because COVID, it was so much just these mini arcades. It was really just a year ago that I really started to collect action figures, Transformers, things like that. And even just maybe a few months ago that I just started going to flea markets and picking up things. So in the comments, please, I really want to know, what is your rabbit hole that you've either fell down and you had to crawl back out, or maybe you never fell in, or maybe you have things that, you fell in and you're about to fall in. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching this video, and again, subscribes, all that, you know what. If you like it, I know you'll be there. Until next time, remember our motto that can lead you down the rabbit hole. No discount, no deal. Catch you next time.